Men of Reddit, what's the hardest thing to explain to women? Sometimes I'm not in an emotional or mental state to be ready for the bedroom. I need romance to get me there sometimes too. It's okay to just tell me where you want to eat. When you ask me how my day was or what I did today, nothing in my day usually stands out as special. So I just don't remember. I usually don't remember what I do. I just live. The concept of post-nut clarity and the related power your boner has over you. Men. Am I alone in knowing that you shouldn't text any woman if you're horny jerking off? I'm seriously not checking you out every time you walk by in the office. I turn my head for damn near everything that enters my periphery. You're really not that special. That wanting to be alone is not the same thing as not wanting to spend time with them. When we say we need time or space, that's exactly what we need. It's not code for you need to try harder. We appreciate women making the first move. This will probably get lost amongst all the comments. I think it is hard to explain to my wife how much I love her and the kids. I feel like words are not enough and I work a lot, but I wish my feelings could just be transferred so she understands. I don't always want to be the one that initiates sex. It makes me feel like a creep. Sometimes I'm just horny. But, in a committed relationship, sometimes I'll look at you and I'm just so in love that I want to be as close and intimate with you as I can. Which is sex. My ex and I had different love languages. And she would worry that I don't love her as much as she loves me, which was just crazy because I was head over heels for her at all times. Trying to explain that really close, lovey sex was one of the ways I showed her exactly how deeply I was in love with her. But she didn't get it. The specifics of nod code. It's easy to say up if you know them. Down if you don't, but the exact meaning of the downward nod is hard to translate. It's seeing them, acknowledging them, and saying that neither of us have any issue with each other. A nod up is like a question, what's up? How's it going? Why I don't know what the FCK my best friend is up to in life even after hanging out with him all day. I chat with my friend for an hour on the phone. We talk about video games, sports, etc. He's been my friend from high school and we were best men in each other's weddings. So, after the call, my wife says, "What's going on with his family?" I don't know. You didn't talk about his family? Look, I'm sure they're fine. If they weren't, he would have told me. That sometimes we need personal space and it has nothing to do with our opinion of you. Sometimes an erection just happens. We don't control the thing. It's a physical response that could literally be from nothing. You can have an erection without being aroused and you can be aroused without having an erection. When we say we don't care, we really don't care. Yes, we can have an opinion on something. But when we say we don't care, that means our opinion isn't strong enough to sway us either way on something. Very often, we say something at its face value with no double meaning or alternative meaning behind it. It's women who ask me, "What did you mean when you said that?" I said asked exactly what I meant. If wanted to state it differently, I would have done so. How much compliments mean to us? 1. That I am simply not clairvoyant. You need to tell me what it is you really want. 2. If you're disappointed in something, say so. I can take it, as long as it's not number 1. Sometimes, this is me personally, so I can't say it's common. The struggle not to share emotions isn't as much the worry of backlash from society or friends, etc. It's more just a conflict within ourselves to verbalize and come out with it. I trust my friends with respecting how I feel. I just can't get it out because I'm fighting myself. Edit. I'm glad this has helped some people focus a general feeling into a somewhat coherent thought. I hope someday we all can climb out of this better people. That the reason I shake the gas pump the amount of time I do after I finish pumping gas is the same reason I shake my dick after I pee. That just because I'm quiet in your presence doesn't mean I'm upset. Just means I'm either tired, don't have anything to say, or I'm thinking about something. That emotional state of meh. You're not great. You're not terrible. Just meh. Nothing is really wrong. You're just not really feeling it. For some reason. Some folks interpret this as pissed off. They then continue to ask, why are you so mad? Despite you answering against this. They keep doing asking until you actually get annoyed and angry. Pee at an angle. Or the vaunted split stream, usually post erection. I really want to see if we'll get along well enough to date, but I'm horrible at maintaining a conversation without being too safe or too out there. Edit. Sometimes we could use a hug. As much as we're seen as sex crazed pigs, we talk so little about women when we get together for drinks or something like that. And when we do, the topic doesn't last long. Literally can't even remember when was the last time me and my best bud talked about women. We're both single too. Just usually talking about our old friends from school and what they're doing. Cars. Our jobs. Sport. Or politics occasionally. We're still a human, so that means we have feelings too. So please take care when choosing your words when you're arguing with us. My ex would say horrible things when fighting, then wonder why I was not in the mood to FCK her for a few days afterwards. Seriously. I have to constantly explain to my wife why my 2-year-old son is obsessed with his penis. I have to explain why he always wants to touch it and grab it when his diaper is off. She will never understand why our baby and his father share this habit. Edit. It seems I should have worded this a little differently. That just because I'm a guy doesn't mean I don't care. I've had women talk to me about guys losing their hair. He's a guy, so he doesn't care. I know a lot of guys who hate being bald or the fact that they are balding and their hair is thinning and hairline is receding. This idea that we don't care or don't care about our looks because we are a guy is ridiculous. That I don't feel like having sex right now. But you woke up with a boner. Yeah. That means you want to have sex. Sometimes. Not right now. Yeah. Not right now. You don't love me anymore. I have to pee. Too clean for the hamper. Too dirty for the drawer. That's why I put my cargo shorts on the floor. Edit. Whoa. This blew up overnight. Thank you, Anon, for my first silver. Stop trying to pick apart my mind. If a girl asks what are you thinking about? Or what did you say, and I respond with oh nothing. It's always a problem. Sometimes I'm legit not thinking about anything. Sometimes I'm thinking about how that one time in 3rd grade my friend's dog wouldn't let me pet it and why he was such a bastard that day. It's all random and has no value to anything. Sometimes I blurt out what if the earth really is flat and then catch myself and think no. That's dumb as hell. And a lady will push tooth and nail for me to repeat myself even after promptly explaining the things I said have no value to anything. Sometimes I do big dumb okay? Except IT. That men can sit for hours talking and talk about nothing. Why we bottle our emotions up. My words don't have some secret meaning behind it. If I say X, I mean X. Not some random thing or insult you come up with. You can be so hot we get erectile dysfunction temporarily. Usually performance anxiety, but I've had it happen where a girl dropped her clothes and she was so hot I got nervous and couldn't perform. It sounds like us making you feel better. It's not. We'd love to be able to share what is really on our minds, S-Zul and non-S-Zul and every topic and viewpoint under the sun. Except we're afraid of the relationship consequences. A lot of us aren't great at picking up hints. Semicolon. Edit. Thanks for the silver. An itch on my dick is way worse than an itch anywhere else. An itching dick on a children's playground is one of life's worst pranks. No. You do not have superpowers that give you the ability to read my mind. Hearing you think, makes my skin crawl. You can pop a boner without being aroused. You can get a boner even when you are nervous. Heck. Sometimes I can't get a boner when I'm aroused. And sometimes I get one because I'm hungry. Sometimes I'll get a boner due to boredom. Like my body just senses it and goes, here buddy. Play with this. Boners are weird. Most of us don't get complimented, so if you do give us one, we'll remember it forever. That we don't know every detail about everyone else in my life. I don't even know what my brother does for a living and we're roommates. Just because I'm attracted to you doesn't mean I want to have sex with you. The fact that we can't ride in a car with another man for 5 hours and not say a word drives my wife crazy. Why I have peed in my backyard a surprisingly high, her words, number of times. When you say, does this outfit look okay? And we say yes. You look stunning and you reply, well. You would say that. Half my brain thinks please believe me because you do look stunning, and the other half thinks WTF did you ask me for if you aren't going to believe me? Full stop. Edit. Thanks for all the replies and upvotes folks. Just woke up and noticed I had many replies. I should add that this was just a generic example. I do tell my wife she's as beautiful. I do say things like, yes, that color really suits you, to try and help put her mind at ease. We've been together for 20+ years and are really strong together, so she knows I think she's amazing. Some of your replies really made me laugh. Cheers all. Have a good day. Yeah. My wife would always say, you're supposed to say that. And I'm like, no. You really are beautiful. But apparently, if a 17-year-old boy compliments her, she'll ride his dick. The hardest. We have feelings as well. Things you say may not show to hurt us, but they hurt just as bad as it would to you. Don't pee next to someone at the urinals. Always have a space between you and them. My legs aren't spread to show dominance. They're spread because my scrotum is sticking to my thigh and it's super uncomfortable. But less uncomfortable than explaining this in public. We spread our legs so we don't crush our balls. There is a lot of shit we, quite simply, do not give a flying FCK about. I do not care what color the flowers are. I don't care what painting goes where. And I don't care about Stacy getting a divorce. We have an innate ability to just shut our brains down. I have tried to explain it to the lady. She doesn't understand how I can just sit there staring into space, not thinking of anything. I probably don't explain it well, but yay. Probably that. Sometimes we literally are thinking of nothing. Or it's too random that we don't really want to explain it. Like, I wonder if that squirrel I saw when I was 6 lived a good life. That sometimes I don't want to turn on a light because it's just not that dark. I'd rather not turn on the light. The room is dim but I don't mind. Don't want my eyes to adjust. Yes, everything is okay, I just didn't turn the light on. Holy shit. No. Of course not. It's not because of you. I just didn't flip the switch. Well, yeah, maybe it would be better if the light was on, but I really didn't think it would be that much a f-king difference. Why are you crying? Guys literally don't think about anything sometimes. Guys don't pick up hints at all. When we say we are fine, we are actually fine. Or we don't want to talk about it. And when we don't want to talk about it, we actually don't want to talk about it. You're beautiful. We tell you this because we want you to know it. But you don't believe us. And that hurts. What I meant. Just because I say something nice does not mean I am flirting or want to have sex with you. I also don't care if you have a boyfriend or girlfriend. I just wanted to compliment you, help you, or be polite. No need to be sassy about it. But don't worry. I'll make sure that door slams you in the face next time. How it's stupid we as our entire gender are expected to put the toilet seat down. Women have opposable thumbs too. I'm an advocate of putting both the seat and lid down. That way we both have to do something to use the bathroom. I yearn for true gender equality. Just because we're men doesn't mean we're all cold, emotionless, and insensitive. A compliment can make my day as quickly as a mean comment can ruin it. I recently quit my job in a toxic environment, where my boss thought nitpicking my work, yelling at me, and giving me unachievable tasks was a way of conditioning me in some way. As someone naturally anxious, no positive feedback had no positive impact on me over the months I endured. P.S. It was unbelievably relieving to quit. It took me far too long to realize my worth and the value of my abilities. I couldn't recommend leaving such a poor, unfair and toxic environment highly enough. How to turn off a F-king light. Talking about problems doesn't fix problems. Fixing problems fixes problems. Why I want to fix everything. Appliances. Door hinges. Emotional problems. Edit. You all got me to 5k karma. Thanks. Why the TV volume must be set on a multiple of 5. That boners don't mean I'm horny. That we are looking at the thing being worked on, or the problem being discussed, and are not aware of the emotional issues surrounding it. That's why we are trying to suggest solutions for what you talked to us about. We literally sometimes can't conceive of there being anything but the problem. We don't know that it's not about the problem. We don't know it's about how you feel. If it's a car problem, to us it's a machine that needs a part fixed. Not how it felt to have a breakdown on the highway. We really are trying to help. But often it's not the same problem as what you are experiencing. I've been married about 10 years. And I still don't usually get it. That my penis is not equipped with an on-off switch and doesn't instantly get hard because you came home half-cut and horny smelling like apple tennis. Just because we say a gay joke about sucking dick doesn't mean we want to actually suck one. Jeez. We have feelings that are just as real as yours. The 1 second anguish of wanting to urinate with a morning erection right in front of the toilet might not be the hardest. But explaining that men are generally fine helping with non-manly tasks. There's this stereotype that men who join a girl to do girly things, or even mundane things like grocery shopping, are bored and only doing it to appease the girl. That's usually incorrect. Ask me to go dress shopping with you? My sense of style might be barbaric, but we will make you look amazing. Take a spa day. I've never felt so clean and high quality in my life. That we can in fact be thinking about literally nothing. Men are legitimately capable of breathing while awake and responding to a conversation and have our minds be blank and not thinking about anything. Why our pride keeps us from doing certain things. Asking for directions or help are the common examples, but also not coming off as high maintenance or cheap. Things like not sending food back, not using small coupons and being sheepish with large coupons. I don't know why either, but it tends to go away in our 30s and 40s. Also health issue denial. I figured I had lung cancer for years before I found out what heartburn is. Never occurred to me to see a doctor or tell anyone. We're living an illusion and faking it until we make it, I guess. A woman will never know the deep dark hole of not knowing if your child is yours genetically. Why other men make posts like this. Valentine's Day is for the boys. Me and 5 other guys went on a ski trip that happened to take place on Valentine's Day. Legendary move. Yes. We do seriously sometimes get involuntary boners. That it's a crushing burden to be solely responsible for supporting an entire family, home, education, retirement, and still being a good husband and father. Thinking about and dealing with issues one at a time. Not entangle them or unnecessarily connect them. There are like issue boxes in my head. Maybe they are ordered in a way, but they are not like a scribbled networks. In addition to that, if a thing is wrong or right, it is wrong or right. I mean, there should be minimal wiggle room for changing the evaluation of things. And these evaluations should change from one polar to another pretty rarely. I find it very hard to explain this "it is what it is" sentence. I don't know if I could explain this, but I believe most of the men would get it. Once a year, I'd like you to say to me or write in a card something along the lines of, "Thank you for mowing, and snow blowing, and shoveling, cleaning the cars, helping with the dishes, cooking, housework, and cats, and working hard to pay the mortgage, and for always being there and being supportive. I really appreciate it. I don't do what I do to hear how great I am. I do it because I love my wife. But once a year, I'd like to feel appreciated for it." Sitting in the toilet for half an hour. I normally finish defecating after 5-10 mins. It's my sanctuary. Bliss. How simple we are. Men in general are simple. We'd rather have things up front. No beating around the bush. Get to the point and call it a day. We don't pick up on hints because we don't assume you like us unless you tell us you have feelings for us. Being difficult is annoying. If you gotta say something, say it. Don't waste 3 minutes being difficult over something that could have been said in 3 seconds. We tend to be more honest and more upfront with our intentions. There are exceptions. If I say I feel a way about you, there's no hidden agenda. I actually feel that way about you.